My fiancé posted final night of freedom with photos from a club, sitting on another guy's lap. I commented, first night of freedom, actually, then changed my relationship status and tagged her dad. What followed made local headlines. I'm Lucas, 29, male, supposed to be working late Thursday night. My fiancée, Emma, 27, said she was having a quiet bachelorette with her bridesmaids, just dinner and wine at her friend Lila's place. Our wedding was 9 days away. Around 11 p.m., I'm finishing a project when my phone buzzes with Instagram notifications. Emma's story. Last night of freedom, ladies. The photo, her straddling a guy in a club, not Lila's apartment, his hands on her hips, her lips on his neck. I stared at my phone for a full minute. More photos followed, her dancing provocatively with him taking shots off her bridesmaids cheering. The last one, them kissing, his hand up her skirt, captioned, "What happens at bachelorette stays at bachelorette, except when it's on social media." I screenshot everything, commented on the final photo. First night of freedom, actually. Wedding's off, changed my status to single, and tagged her dad, Charles. Why Charles? He funded the entire $80,000 wedding, venue, catering, everything, and specifically told Emma no wild bachelorette because his business associates and their families would attend. He owns 3 auto dealerships and values his reputation. Within 5 minutes, my phone blew up. Emma calling, her friends calling, unknown numbers. I turned it off and went home. Next morning, someone's hammering my doorbell. It's Emma's mom, Karen, with Emma, who looks rough, smeared makeup, still in her club dress, sobbing. "How dare you shame my daughter like that?" Karen yells. She shamed herself. I just highlighted it. Emma tries tears. "Babe, it was nothing. Just fun. All brides do this. All brides kiss random guys and post it online. You're overreacting." "It was just dancing," I show the screenshots. Karen gasps at the hand up the skirt photo, unable to defend it. "Delete those now," she demands. "The wedding's in 9 days." "What wedding?" Emma drops the act. "You've already paid for everything." "You can't cancel now. Do you know how this makes me look?" There it is. Not remorse, not regret, just her image. That's Charles's problem. He paid for it all, remember? You insisted Daddy handle everything, Karen pales. The deposits are non-refundable. All of them. They left after Karen threatened to sue for emotional distress. Good luck. But here's where it gets wild. 3 hours later, a news van's outside my apartment, local Channel 5. Emma went to them with a sob story about me publicly humiliating her and ruining her life over innocent bachelorette fun. They aired her interview, dressed conservatively, no makeup, crying about how I betrayed her trust by weaponizing social media. She called me controlling and abusive for not allowing her one night of harmless fun with her friends. The reporter bought it. The segment, Groom's Social Media Revenge Goes Too Far. I'm the villain for canceling our wedding after catching her kissing another guy. Update 1. The news segment backfired spectacularly. Emma forgot the internet exists. Within hours, someone found her Instagram posts. She deleted them, but screenshots live forever. They were posted in the comments of the news station's Facebook page. Comments were brutal. Harmless fun? She was practically all over him. She posted it publicly and he's wrong for replying? Play dumb games. Channel 5 ran this without checking facts. Best part, the guy from the club, Derek, saw the segment. He's married. His wife saw it, recognized him, and went ballistic on their shared Facebook. Apparently, Emma gave Derek her number. They'd been texting for 2 days. She sent him explicit photos. He sent some back. She claimed we were in an open relationship, and the wedding was just for show because I'm wealthy. Wealthy? I'm a project manager at a tech firm. I do okay, but wealthy? Laughable. Charles called me that afternoon, our first one-on-one without Emma. Son, did she really do what those photos show? I sent him everything. Long pause. I'm pulling the entire wedding fund, every cent I can recover, She can deal with the rest. Charles, you don't have to. Yes, I do. I raised her better. Her mother enabled this for too long. I'm done. Later, Emma showed up with her bridesmaids, Lila, Sophie, and Rachel, like an intervention team in my hallway. We need to talk about your toxic behavior, Lila starts. My what? You're punishing Emma for expressing herself, Sophie adds. It's 2024. Women can have fun. She can have all the fun she wants, just not as my fiancé. Rachel tries guilt. People already bought plane tickets. My aunt's coming from Texas. That's your problem. Then Emma goes unhinged. If you don't take me back, I'll say you hit me. Silence. Even her friends look shocked. You can't say that, Lila whispers. Why not? He's ruining my life. I deserve. I pull out my phone and start recording. Say that again on camera. She storms off, friends trailing, but Sophie pauses, whispering, For what it's worth, I told her not to post those photos. The news did a follow-up that evening, this time with Derek's wife, who brought receipts, texts, photos, everything. The narrative flipped from controlling groom to cheating bride caught in the act. Emma's Instagram went private, then vanished. Her Facebook, gone. But she wasn't done. Update 2. This woman lost it completely. First, she tried saving the wedding since Charles cut her off. She made a GoFundMe. Help me save my dream wedding after public shaming. Raised $47. Someone donated $2 with the note, for therapy. Then she pivoted. If she couldn't have the wedding, she'd take everything else. She told people we had a verbal agreement that I'd pay her $50,000 for the emotional labor she put into our relationship. 3 years of supporting me, apparently. When that flopped, she targeted my job, emailing my boss, claiming I was harassing her and creating a hostile work environment. We don't even work together. My boss, who'd seen the news, forwarded the email. You dodged a nuke, not a bullet. Peak insanity hit Thursday. I'm at the grocery store when my apartment complex calls. Someone tried breaking into my unit. Security caught them, Emma and a guy I didn't know. She told security she was my wife, not fiancé, wife, and lost her key. The guy, supposedly a locksmith, but really her cousin Ethan with a crowbar. Security called the cops. I pressed charges for attempted breaking and entering. At the station, she tried every excuse. I left critical medication inside. She's never taken meds. My grandmother's heirloom is in there. Both grandmothers are alive. He stole my emotional support cat. We've never had pets. The cop looked exhausted. Ma'am, you gave 3 different reasons. Because I'm traumatized. Ethan threw her under the bus. She said it was her place and offered me $500 to get her stuff. I didn't know about this drama. Security footage was clear. She tried picking the lock, then called Ethan with the crowbar. Premeditated attempted B&E. Karen bailed her out that night and called, screaming about pressing charges against family. Karen, we're not family. Emma made that clear when she kissed another guy. It was a mistake. Haven't you ever made one? Sure, proposing to her was a big one. She hung up. Meanwhile, Derek's wife messaged me on Facebook. Emma was still texting Derek, sending photos, begging him to leave his wife, saying they were destined. His wife was building a harassment case and asked if I wanted to combine evidence. Absolutely. Then, Friday, the day before our would-be wedding, Emma made a final move. She showed up at my office in her wedding dress. The $8,000 dress Charles bought. Full veil, sobbing, begging me to remember our love. Security escorted her out, but not before coworkers snapped photos and videos. Someone set it to dramatic piano music on TikTok, 2.3 million views. Comments: The mascara streaks sell the chaos. This is why we heed red flags. Bro dodged a missile. Final update: the wedding day passed. I spent it at a pub with friends watching sports and eating wings. Best Saturday in months. Emma? She showed up at the venue in her dress with a photographer. Since she couldn't get refunds, the venue was still booked, so she held her wedding alone. full photo shoot. Walking the aisle, fake cake cutting, dancing with an invisible groom. Venue staff were mortified and called Charles. He arrived and lost it. I got the details from the catering manager, a friend of my buddy. "You're embarrassing yourself and our family." "I deserve my day? He stole it." "He stole it? You couldn't keep your hands to yourself for 9 days." She screamed that Charles never supported her dreams, that this was her truth. He left, but told staff to box the food and donate it to a shelter. At least someone benefited. The photographer, unpaid up front, Emma assumed Charles would cover it, left halfway through when he realized no one was paying. Not before posting photos on Instagram. Weirdest gig ever. Bride, no groom, wanted couple shots, Emma holding her own hand, dancing alone, toasting nothing. Tragic and hilarious. The court date for the B&E charge was last week. She pled down to attempted trespassing, 100 hours community service, $1,500 fine, restraining order keeping her 500 feet from me and my home. Her lawyer claimed a mental health crisis from public shaming. The judge wasn't impressed. "Your client tried breaking in with a crowbar." Mental health isn't a free pass for crimes. Derek's wife got a restraining order too. Derek confessed to his wife. It wasn't just that night. They'd hooked up twice before, once in his car, once at a motel. The motel receipt was on Emma's credit card, the one Charles paid for. He found out reviewing statements to cancel everything. That was the final straw. Charles and Karen are divorcing after 31 years. Karen blamed him for abandoning Emma. Charles blamed her for raising a spoiled mess. Emma's living with her friend Rachel, working at a cosmetics shop after getting fired from her marketing job for the wedding dress stunt. She's telling everyone I abused her and ruined her life over nothing. Last week I got a text from an unknown number. "I'm sorry for everything. I know you won't forgive me, but I'm in therapy now. I have issues to work through. I hope you find happiness." I didn't reply, but forwarded it to my lawyer, just in case. Plot twist. Sophie, one of the bridesmaids, reached out to apologize for the hallway ambush. We got coffee. She'd questioned Emma's friendship for months. Emma hooked up with Sophie's ex while they were together 2 years ago and gaslit her about it. We're not dating, but we've hung out a few times. She's cool when not enabling Emma. She showed me group chat texts from the bachelorette night. Sophie was the only one saying not to post the photos while others egged Emma on. The news did a final segment. Where are they now? They interviewed me. I kept it short. I saw my fiancée cheating, ended it, and moved on. Everything else was her choice. They asked about regrets. Yeah, not seeing the red flags sooner, like when she kissed a guy at her cousin's wedding and called it testing boundaries. Should have bolted then. The reporter's face was gold. That didn't air. Life's good now. Got a promotion. Being the guy who dodged the crazy bride makes you an office legend. Moved to a nicer apartment. No memories there. Started kayaking again. Emma said it was too risky. Got a rescue dog, a boxer named Titan. Emma claimed allergies. She just hated dogs. Best part? Ran into Charles at a cafe last week. He bought my coffee. "You know, I was going to gift you two the house for the wedding. Dodged that bullet too, huh?" We laughed. To those asking if Emma learned anything, no. People like that don't learn. They just find new scapegoats. She's dating some fitness guy who thinks her ex, me, was scared of her free spirit. Good luck, dude. You'll need it. Derek? His wife divorced him. He's in his brother's basement paying alimony, and Emma's ghosting him. Karma's a beauty. Thanks for following this wild ride. I'm off to live my best life with my dog, my sanity, and my hands staying where they belong. Peace. Edit. Since some asked, yes, I kept the ring. Sold it for a killer home theater system. Emma can stew over it. Edit 2. To those saying this is fake, I wish. My life would have been less chaotic. Believe what you want. I'm just glad it's done. Edit 3. Heard through a friend that Emma tried suing the news station for defamation, claiming their follow-up ruined her reputation. They countersued for a frivolous lawsuit. She now owes their legal fees. You can't make this up.